Okay, hello guys. This is another video regarding your diet. So I've been following doctors, gurus in the online world for a while now, and every one of them has different and varying opinions. But on this one, they are the same. So if you watch towards the end of this video, you'll discover the sure way to getting fat by examining the ancient Egyptians.
Hi, Jonah of Primal Thinker here, and I want to have a little disclaimer here that I'm not a doctor of any sorts. I'm just a girl in the internet trying to connect the dots, sharing my own experiences with you. And if you're okay with that, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so I can share my Eureka moments with you.
Okay, let's dive in. So we are talking about Egyptians. Why? Because it was showed in a couple of studies that Egyptians had serious conditions of high body fat percentage, and it was like their normal body type. And in this article from history, it's been a known fact that Egyptians were overweight, and another mystery is that those in the royalty section, those in the upper class, are more susceptible to heart diseases and obesity. And in this video we will answer why is that. Well, one thing, the diets of ancient Egyptians consists of beer. Yeah, they're probably doing that every day. Bread, wine, and honey. So as we can see, these are foods that are high in carbohydrates. And what happens when your meal is high in carbs? This is what happens. I'll walk you through it. Stick with me. If you eat bread for breakfast, it has a lot of carbohydrates, right? This carbohydrates is broken down into glucose, and glucose will be jacked up in your bloodstream, and your brain doesn't want too much sugar in your blood, so it nudges the pancreas to create and secrete insulin. And insulin, if you watched my other videos, you know insulin, I refer to it as a key to your cells. So imagine your cells as having a doorway, and the key to that door is the insulin hormones. So why do we need to open up the cells? That's because that's the only way that glucose can enter the cells, and after that glucose will be turned into energy by your mitochondria inside your cells. So that what happens if you have a high carb diet, a high carb meal. How about what happens when your meal is high in fat but low in carbs? Well, the same thing happens. Whenever we eat, there's always a triggering of insulin. But the question is how much insulin is induced or produced by your body for the food that you have eaten. For the case of fat, yes, it triggers insulin, but not so much of insulin. And why does this matter? Because insulin practically dictates what mode you are in. So if you have a high insulin level, for example, at this very moment I have high insulin, that means I am in fat storage mode. But if my insulin level goes back to normal or is lower, then I am in fat burning mode. That's just simple as it is. So that tells us that if you have a high fat meal, you're not triggering much insulin, so there's a quicker chance that you'll get into the fat burning mode sooner than if you had carbs, which puts you in the fat storage mode. The next question will be, what happens when your meal is high in both carbs and fat? Okay, practically, same thing happens. Because you have carbs, you are triggering insulin, which is opening up your cells just like before, but the difference now is you now have fat, and now fat is free to enter your cells, and this is the quicker way to get your cells fatter and fatter. Since you open the doorway, the fats are free to fatten up your cells. So can you see the idea why partnering carbs with fat is not a good idea? Right? And this answers the mystery of why only the upper class, the royalty class in ancient Egyptians have incredibly fat bodies compared to the normal and lower class. It's because they are the only ones who can afford meat and fat. This explains why study shows that ancient Egyptian rulers and pharaohs were incredibly fat compared to the middle and lower class. Okay? So now that we know that it's not good to partner up high carb meal with a high fat meal, so what to do? Well, it's obvious, right? Now that you know this information, and if you are in your weight loss journey or you just started, well, lucky you, you know this hack that many people are making as a mistake. So you just have to be aware of what you're eating. Just choose between carbs and fat. If you choose to have carbs for your meal, make sure that your fat is low enough. Or if you choose to have a high fat food, make sure that your carbs is low enough. Just never make those two elements high for one meal. And one example I could think of, one food that hits these two elements of high carbs and high fat is donuts. Because donuts, as we know, is made of wheat, of bread, of processed flour, and sugar, refined sugar. And as you know, sugar is bad for you. If you watch my other video regarding sugar as being worse than alcohol, please watch that. And the last thing is it's fried, so that's a high fat element for donuts. Another food I could think of is ice cream. Ice cream is jam-packed with sugar and fat from the milk, right? So just watch out for these kinds of foods, and I wish you all the best in your fat loss journey, and please lose weight healthily. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, guys. I have just one request from you. Please do hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying my videos, because that is the only way that I know that you are enjoying my videos. So that keeps me inspired to create new videos for you. So see you in the next video.